Hey, Wells team, and welcome to a new school year. I am Principal Lyles, and I want to thank you for taking the time to complete this training. This training is required for all Wells staff members and highlights important policies, procedures, and expectations. All information mentioned here can also be viewed by visiting the All Staff SharePoint. When policies and procedures are followed, the conditions are created for scholars to feel safe, be able to learn, and foster a culture of mutual respect and responsibility. When these expectations are not met, scholars are negatively impacted. Not following these expectations can and will result in progressive discipline, core professionalism deductions, and or adverse action. To successfully complete the requirement of watching this video, you must complete a quiz and have a 90% pass rate or better. Let's get started. Here's our agenda. Should you have specific questions regarding policies, procedures, or expectations, feel free to reach out to a member of our admin team, which is myself, the principal, William Lyles, Ramona Hutchins, sixth grade AP, Earl Jones, seventh grade and HOA AP, as well as Tanzania Coles, eighth grade AP. Scholars deserve dependable adults in front of them every day. This is why at Wells we believe in the importance of staff reporting to work on time and consistently. The tour of duty for staff is 8:05 to 3:35 unless you are a 12-month employee. Upon arrival, staff should enter through the front entrance and only sign in at the admin suite by 8:05. There is no grace period. Once a month, staff are expected to attend staff meetings from 3:35 to 4:35. Contractually, there are two staff meetings in the month of September as well as June. If a staff member anticipates arriving after 8:05, the expectation is for them to call me before the tour of duty begins. If there appears to be a pattern, even if I have been notified, a meeting will be requested. Continued late arrival could result in progressive discipline or a core professionalism deduction. All planned leave must be requested at least 5 days in advance of the leave date using our internal leave request form. This is something new. We are no longer using PeopleSoft, but we will have an internal leave request form that staff will be expected to complete. This form can be accessed at bit.ly/Wells leave. Please note that leave is requested and must be approved first. As such, please do not book flights, schedule trips, etc. until your leave has been approved. Additionally, please have an in-person conversation with me, uh, as well as completing the internal leave request form. Allow 48 hours to receive notice that your leave request has been approved or denied. After 3 leave requests have been approved, leave for that particular day will be closed and no further leave requests will be approved at that time. For any questions around leave, make sure that you see Ms. Ballaghan, who is our operations leader. Emergency leave. Leave requested within 48 hours of the requested time off is considered emergency leave. This also includes leave requested the morning of and during school hours. If an emergency or illness arises prior to your tour of duty, please notify me via phone before 6:30 a.m. Do not text or send an email. Again, please do not text or send an email. It is okay to call me at any time of the night, and in the event I do not answer, please leave a voicemail. I can be reached at 202-489-1613. And additionally, when you're requesting emergency leave, please text Ms. Ballaghan and your grade level AP, as well as your co-teacher if it applies, out of respect. If an emergency or illness arises during school hours, please have an in-person conversation with me and your grade level AP before leaving campus. Employees needing leave for more than 5 consecutive non-vacation days will need to apply for leave of absence. This includes extended sick leave, paid family leave, FMLA leave, educational leave, military leave, etc. Employees should inform me in writing and also apply directly to DCPS using the form found on the Leave of Absence DCPS page. Only the DCPS LOA team can approve long term non vacation leave. It is imperative that subplans are prepared to ensure that learning continues when staff are absent. Subplans must be easy to implement by a substitute and must include meaningful learning activities that are aligned to grade level content. Teachers will be provided with a subbinder housed in the front office. Subbinders must include the teacher's daily schedule, printed directions for each period, 2 days of student work along with directions, class procedures, and a seating arrangement chart if applicable. Subplans should not rely on the use of technology and should be representative of grade level content. The expectation is that subplans be updated every records PD day and or after an absence. When teachers are out, that does require the need for a substitute. Maintaining continuity of teaching and safety of students is our number one priority. Thus, admin will assign substitute teachers when a teacher is absent. However, when the number of absences exceeds the number of substitutes, other teachers and staff may be pulled to cover based on availability, content expertise, and grade level assignment. At Ida B. Wells Middle School, we believe that all staff should represent the school in a professional capacity and are the ambassadors of the school on site and in the wider community. We also believe that our scholars are influenced by the adults around them. It is important that we provide them with the best example of appropriate role modeling of dress code for the workplace. In support of teacher wellness, I'm excited to share that staff will have the opportunity to wear jeans, smart jeans, Monday through Friday. However, ripped jeans or jeans with holes are not acceptable. Other clothes that are not acceptable during school hours are shorts, sweatpants, yoga pants, biker shorts, leggings, and head garments outside of religious reasons. We are allowing physical education teachers to wear athletic gear due to the nature of the discipline. As a reminder, Ida B. Wells is a professional place of work, and we are in the business of modeling the way for scholars. Excuse me. Taking and posting accurate attendance for all scheduled classes is a district policy. Teachers must post accurate attendance during daily for each class within the first 10 minutes and update/ repost as needed if a student arrives late. Teachers that do not submit attendance by the end of the school day will see their name and class listed on a non-post report by the sign in, sign out book. Teachers must sign in into Aspen and post attendance before leaving the building. You might also get a friendly reminder by Ms. Maldonado as well. Any teacher, co-teacher that has more than 4 daily non-post or inaccurate attendance posts will receive a core professionalism deduction that particular cycle. You will be notified of this pattern before receiving a deduction. Teachers are also required to call the parent or guardian and inform the attendance counselor about any student that has had 3 or more consecutive absences. Please direct parents and guardians to bit.ly/Wells attendance to submit any absence excuse forms to excuse absences. Scholars should be marked absent when they do not attend any part of your class or if a scholar is attending a field trip or SIM workshop. In the latter instance, Ms. Maldonado will update attendance with the school activity code if scholars are in a sim workshop or on a field trip. Scholars should be marked tardy when they arrive late to class. When taking attendance, do not mark any student tardy, assuming they will come late if they are not actually present. If you mark a scholar absent and they show up late, teachers must go back and mark them tardy. Scholars should be marked present when they attend the entire class, attend part of the class due to a sim workshop or early dismissal, or student attends part of the class but walks out. Any scholars that miss all or part of a class, whether it's excused or unexcused, must receive an assignment score of WS, which stands for waiting for submission, and absences do not excuse or exempt scholars from any assignment. DCPS believes that grades are in service of ongoing learning to provide timely feedback and a plan for personalized instruction, while keeping a record of growth and development over a scholar's school career. In the next couple of slides, I will share updates to the secondary grading policy. For specific grading details, please reference the grading policy in the staff SharePoint. Late work. Effective this year, there will be 2 windows that scholars will have to complete late work. Scholars will have until the end of the progress report marking period to complete any work issued from the beginning of the term to the end of the progress report marking period. Assignments during this period will no longer be accepted after this deadline. All late work assignments assigned after the midpoint deadline will be due by the end of the term. Late assignments will receive a letter grade reduction. Scholars with excused absences must be given the opportunity to receive full credit in an equivalent period of time, no less than 1 additional calendar day to complete any work. Academic integrity. DCPS is implementing a new academic integrity policy in response to the advancements in technology as well as AI. The policy states that academic dishonesty offenses will be addressed on a tiered system, depending on the severity and repetition. Offenses will be cumulative by individual courses for the school year, and the count is reset at the beginning of each school year. Substandard work. Scholars must be provided an opportunity to revise should be able to revise any substandard work, such as work graded as a D or below. Teachers are expected to provide targeted and actionable feedback to scholars to support their improvement as they revise assignments. Scholars can only resubmit an assignment once by the late work deadline mentioned earlier. Lastly, teachers must follow standard grading procedures and timelines when recording revised grades. Grading for multilingual learners. When assessing students' progress for ML scholars, both content mastery and WIDA English language development standards should be utilized. When assessing scholars' productive language, the WIDA speaking and writing rubrics should be used alongside the content rubric. By law, families who have indicated that their preferred language is a language other than English must receive either a translation of the document or a thorough explanation of the document using the language line. Here are some additional grade entry expectations that I will pause at this time and allow you to review. On this slide, I will talk about 2 highly important programmatic initiatives here at Ida B. Wells. Our advisory model supports the school priority of creating a sense of belonging for all scholars. Advisory ensures each scholar has an adult who can act as their advocate. Advisors guide scholars daily through activities that build community, a commitment to student achievement, and scholar awareness. Additionally, advisory helps scholars set reasonable yet challenging goals. Activities include SEL work, DEAR, gradebook reflections, and watching and discussing current events. SIM. SIM stands for School-Wide Enrichment Model. SIM supports the school priority of promoting social justice through exploration. As a SIM school with a social justice element, we provide scholars with interest-based learning experiences that are tiered. Currently, we offer over 15 SIM programs to scholars. Our Tier 1 experience, which is facilitated by all teachers, are our enrichment clusters. All teachers should lead and fulfill SIM enrichment cluster requirements promptly. Failure to follow policy and procedures for advisory as well as SIM can result in progressive discipline and or a core professionalism deduction. Here are some additional policies that I will pause and allow you to review. As a reminder, please make sure that you reference the all staff SharePoint to receive more detailed information as it relates to these systems and other systems that we have discussed. Here at Ida B. Wells, the Wells way is to lead with excellence in everything that we do. This slide outlines how we do just that. When these expectations are met, we are able to show up for each other and ensure that the conditions are set for scholars to be safe and achieve academically and socially emotionally. I will pause so that you will have time to review these expectations. Should you have any questions regarding the Wells Way, please reach out to a member of the admin team. When we fall short of following the Wells Way and the policies and procedures that have been outlined throughout this presentation, we are also not meeting our commitment to core professionalism. Core professionalism is representative of four basic professional requirements for all school-based personnel. Those four professionalism core value, those four core professionalism domains are on-time arrival, attendance, policies and procedures, as well as respect. An occurrence is documented when a core professionalism requirement has not been met or becomes a pattern of not being met. Occurrences can range from not reporting to work on time, not meeting deadlines for SIM or family outreach calls, as well as many other situations that may occur throughout the year that are stated here in our policies and procedures. The following grid is designed to provide guidelines when addressing the total number of occurrences in a rolling 12-month period. Multiple occurrences can result in progressive discipline and or a core professionalism deduction. I would like to end the presentation talking briefly about impact. Impact is DCPS staff development and effectiveness framework that measures staff performance. During the school year, there are two cycles that create a cumulative score for every staff member at the end of the year. Impact reflects our belief that everyone in our system plays a critical role in improving student outcomes. The next slides will provide high-level guidance for impact here at Wells. Starting with informal and formal observations. During each impact cycle, teachers are evaluated on 5 essential practices called EPs. EP1 is around cultivating a responsive learning environment. EP2, challenging students with rigorous content. EP3, leading a well planned, purposeful learning experience. EP4, maximizing student ownership of learning. And EP5, responding to evidence of student learning. Before the formal observation cycle begins, all teachers will receive an informal observation and debrief. After the formal observation has taken place, teachers will receive correspondence to schedule a formal debrief. Debriefs will happen within 15 days of the formal observation. Teachers can also submit a self-reflection in the form of 3 DCPS templates. Self-reflections are considered as reports are finalized by admin. Now, this part is really important as it is different from last year's policies and procedures at the school level. Effective this year, both ELA and math, core, and intervention instructional blocks will be observable under impact. Also, starting this year, teachers will no longer receive a 2-week window notice before being observed. The way we support and coach teachers is through our LEAP model. LEAP, which stands for Learning Together to Advance our Practice, is the school-based professional development framework used to coach and support teachers in improving their practice. LEAP consists of 3 parts: seminar, planning, and one-on-one coaching. ELA, math, social studies, science, X-Block, and PE teachers will receive LEAP coaching throughout the year. Coaches will share more information regarding important dates and times for your coaching throughout this year. On this slide, you will see a breakdown of the different domains that are included in a teacher's overall impact score. Starting with student surveys of practice, SSPs, which stand for Student Surveys of Practice, are the surveys that measure the instructional culture in the classroom. This component makes up 10% of the impact score. IVA, which stands for Individual Value Added, is the student achievement data evidenced by DC CAPE that measures the impact a teacher has on the scholars they teach over the course of 2 years. This component makes up 25% of your impact score. TAS. TAS, which stands for Teacher Assessed Student Achievement Data, is a measure of scholars learning over the course of the year as evidenced by rigorous assessments other than DC CAPE. This component makes up 15% of the overall impact score. CSC, which stands for Commitment to School Community, measures to what extent staff support and collaborate with the school community. This component makes up 10% of the overall impact score. We talked a little bit about core professionalism, so I won't say too much there. And then I'll end with holistic evaluations. Holistic evaluations are for non-instructional staff and encompass competencies that vary based on the role. Non-instructional staff holistic evaluations also include CSC and core professionalism. For more information regarding anything shared around impact, please reach out to your grade level AP or myself. For any information that was shared in this presentation, feel free to visit the all staff SharePoint to receive more detailed information and have the opportunity to read through the policies and procedures in more detail. Thank you for taking the time to view this training. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to a member of the admin team, and let's have a great school year.